Everyone, it's Beth here. I am finally with another reaction video. Sorry if this took so long again. I was still busy and still tired. But it's like I'm always saying to you guys, I'm trying to be more active on making videos as much as possible. It's just a little hard for me now since I've been going through some family troubles. But don't worry, I'm okay. Nothing bad's happening to me. So, for the reaction video today, we're reacting to another The Lovers and the Dreamers story, but it's Chapter 6, Away from Home. Since the last time we react to Chapter 5, Abandonment, we all know how that turned out for Underswap Sands and Underswap Papyrus. So, we'll see how this story goes again in Chapter 6. So, as always, let's start this video in 3, 2, 1.
The Lovers and the Dreamers by Elizabeth Scarhart. Illustrated by the Mayor of Halia. Narrated by Elizabeth Scarhart.
Oh, also, just wanted to mention this. Today is Katya's birthday today, so please go to her channel and tell her happy birthday today. She just turned 17 today, same age as me. It would make her very happy if you all said happy birthday to her on her channel. So please go and support her. She's a really great person, I will say, because she is my best friend ever since 4th grade. And she's really an amazing person. She's just as creative as me, and very smart. She's just having a hard time believing in herself because she's been through a lot of things. A lot of bad things, like me. And she's trying to make herself feel better. And I'm trying to help her out as well. She's still having a bit of trouble, but she's getting there. She just needs more time to heal. And I hope you guys can make her feel better by being there for her as well. We're all friends to her. And she's a part of us. She's a part of our family. We're like a new family to her, in our own special kind of way. Because we all have disabilities, we all have unique traits, we all have strengths and weaknesses that are all compared to us. We all have the same thing, even if we're different. And me and her noticing that in you guys. And we thank you for being our best friends. We needed more. Some of our other friends from school, we're losing contact with them. Well, most of them, but some of our friends have moved away. They're not really near us anymore. But we're hoping we'll still get in contact with them at least someday. Because we miss them dearly, but for now, we just want to stick with the friends we have now. And hoping we can get all of our friends back together. So that way, we'll have even more friends to make a very whole big happy family. So, yeah, today's Katya's birthday. So please go and tell her happy birthday today. And just wish her the best of happiness. She really deserves it. Because from what she's been through, I wouldn't want her to I don't want her to take all this pain alone anymore. She's taken it too long enough. I want to go along with her. And if any of you want to do it, who's with me? Raise your hand in the comments. Put an emoji hand in the comments, say if you're with me or not. And if you are, welcome aboard. If you aren't, then don't be on my channel anymore. I'm trying to be not as threatening. But please, I made this channel because I want to make my friends and others feel like they're a family to me. And I already did with Katya, but she needs more support. And I want to help her as much as I can, even in the future. Me and her are like sisters. We're really inseparable, just like me and Sequoia were back in 4th grade as well. Me and Katya and the rest of our friends from school, we did had a close bond, but me, her, and Sequoia were the most, out of all of our friends, we were the most inseparable kids. We still are to this day. It's just, we don't see each other as much in person anymore. But that's gonna change. 'Cause, well, everything changes. And we all make good choices. And with you guys by her side, and me, she won't be alone. She'll be just as happy as I am. And as you are. So Katya, if you're hearing this, you're a really great person. We all love you. And we hope we can make the best future for you in the best way we can. By just being with and having you with us makes us even happy than just making the videos ourselves. Well, what I was trying to say was, just having you around, Katya, it's way more of a greater feeling than just making the videos themselves. So yeah, happy birthday, Katya, and sorry if I kept us waiting too long. Let's get back into the video. Just wanted to clear that up.
Chapter 6. Away from home. Sans didn't go straight to ink. He had unfinished business after all.
Oh no.
That being said, he made no effort to hurry back to Alfie's either. It took him a good hour to reach her home in Waterfall. Alphys was furious when he told her what had happened. It took another hour of Sans begging her to calm down before she agreed not to march into Snowdon and knock Papyrus's teeth out.
Oh jeez.
In the end, Sans stayed the night with her. It was too late in the day to go back to the house and gather his things. They set off the next morning to do just that. Alphys intended to try to literally knock some sense into the lazy idiot Sans was forced to call a brother, but Papyrus wasn't home when they got there. For most of the day, Sans packed his things, while Alphys waited to see if Papyrus returned. But nobody came. Come late afternoon, Sans bid Alphys farewell, thanking her for everything, and used the motorbike to enter Ink's pocket. Ink was sitting on his couch, reading a graphic novel, when Sans entered, 2 suitcases and a large backpack on him, and tears streaming down his face.
Oh, poor Sans. It's too bad that he doesn't really know what fully happened to Papyrus. Poor him and Papyrus. But I think they'll get better in the last chapter, hopefully.
Sans, what's wrong?
Ink stood, running over to his fiancée as the portal closed behind him.
Can I stay here for a while?
Sans asked through his tears.
Oh no, he's
Of course you
crying.
Ink replied, hugging him.
Here, set down your things and come sit on the couch.
Sans did so, and Ink got him a cup of tea.
And what's happened?
He asked, sitting on the couch, handing Sans the drink. Sans took a sip before saying,
Papyrus was acting really weird yesterday. I can't describe how, but he was withdrawn, I guess you'd call it. He told me to just go do my job, though. I got back later with lunch and he told me to leave.
Fresh tears made their way down Sans's face.
I don't know what...
Oh, I feel so bad for Sans. This is gonna make me cry already, and I'm already happy today.
I did. I don't know what's wrong. I'm used to being kept in the dark, but it's never been like this before. What did I do? Hey, it's okay.
Ink soothed. He put his arm around him and kissed his cheek.
Aww.
We'll talk to Dream about it tomorrow. Dream?
Sans asked.
Dream's the embodiment of positivity. When someone's acting very negatively, he can help find out why and how to fix it.
And that's why it's always good to have somebody like that around. Because it makes it actually better. And you know, I do want to bring this up, but it's kind of embarrassing, but I think me and my boyfriend Landon, I think me and him are just like Underswap Sands and Ink Sands. He's like Ink Sands, I'm more like Underswap Sands. I'm very energetic and I'm always so happy. He's like very loyal and also creative in his own way, and he knows how to make me feel better. And I do too, just like Underswap Sands. I don't know why I like comparing myself and Landon to different characters that somehow act like me and him. It's a bit embarrassing, even though I'm blushing. But still, I really think this just kind of. I think these two characters actually just compared to me and Landon, honestly. Just a little thing.
It's basically his job.
Ink explained.
Yep.
Sans nodded.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea then.
See? Ink Sans just know how to make his fiancé feel better. They're such a good couple. I think they deserve each other. I think they're way of a good group than the Ink and Error ship. Not that I don't like the Ink and Error ship, but I like this one a little more better because it actually has way more positive energy and not negative and positive, to be honest.
He sipped some more tea.
In fact, why don't we go right now? Dream can help us figure out why he's acting like this, but he might need you to actually solve it. Paris is
Oh,
closer to you than anyone else. But you need to rest a little yourself then.
yeah.
You're a mess, and that isn't going to help.
Ink said knowingly.
Don't worry, we'll get everything sorted out.
Sans could
Aww.
only nod again. He wanted to help Papyrus now.
Of
It
course.
sounded like Ink had seen this sort of thing before and knew what he was talking about. For
Yeah.
now, it just felt good to sit here with Ink's arm around him. He leaned
Aww.
into it, surprisingly tired from all the packing and crying he'd done today. Ink was warm, the couch was comfortable. Even when everything was wrong, things felt good.
Yes. Please, do the cuddles. Do the snuggles. It always helps for a lover. Cuddling with your lover always helps make them feel better. You need their warmth and affection. It always helps. It does with me and my boyfriend. We do roleplay a lot of cuddling. So,
Ink quickly took Santa's mug as Sans leaned back further, falling fast asleep.
aww.
Ink kissed him again.
Sweet dreams, love. It'll be okay.
And you know, Landon also calls me love. He calls me that all the time, and I call him Ruru. Sorry if I keep interrupting this. I'm just really happy today, to be honest, even though I got a wicked headache. But what I want to bring up, the reason I call my boyfriend Ruru is because that nickname Ruru, I found it in one of the Ink and Error ship comics, and Error Sans calls, Ink Sans calls Error Ruru, while Error Sans calls Ink Sans Kiki. But they also came up with a different nickname like Glitch and Squid, but I like the Ruru and Kiki better. But that's the reason why I called my boyfriend Ruru. It just sounded really good, and I don't think anybody has used that nickname, but I like it. It kind of sounds like a cat name. Like you can call your cat Ruru for some reason. I don't know. But back to the video. Sorry again. They're just so cute. I love this ship.
Sans hadn't meant to doze off, let alone sleep as long as he had.
Sleeping helps. What's so wrong with that?
It was actually early the next morning when he woke up to find himself curled up on Ink's couch with the homemade quilt draped over him. He heard noises from Ink's kitchen and went to find him.
Aww.
Ink greeted when he saw Sans come in.
You slept well. Why didn't you wake me?
Sans asked as Ink put huevos rancheros on the table.
Because sleep helps emotional stress. Having a lot on your mind is exhausting.
I said
Why
it.
do you think people with depression have so little energy?
Yeah.
Sans smiled, sitting down at one of the plates to eat.
I get the feeling you've dealt with this sort of thing before. Secondhand.
Ink replied.
Creation and positivity kind of go hand in glove, so Dream and I help each other with missions sometimes. I've learned most of this by watching them. Wait, you two are partners? He was praising you when I met him.
Sans pointed out.
I'm not going to pretend I completely understand why Dream does that.
He said, rubbing his nasal bone with 2 fingers.
I think he feels like he has to due to some unwritten status quo.
Huh.
In reality, he's the one who helped me find my feet when I first became what I am.
Aww.
Also, since our jobs of protecting the multiverse and filling it with positivity go together, we rely on each other a lot. I'm kind of waiting for him to realize the pedestal he has me on is ridiculous.
The praising him thing? He thinks it's ridiculous, even though some of your best friends would kind of do that because they never got that kind of attention. Or they don't have that kind of happiness like the other one will give them. But but I think that's how Ink and Dream's friendship has always came to be since this whole Undertale AUs started, I guess. Maybe they're always like that, to be honest, before they invited Underswap Sans to join the team.
Sans nodded.
You certainly don't seem to look down at him.
Gave a short chuckle.
Well, he taught me how to replenish my power, and in doing so saved my life. It'd be a pretty big butt wipe if I did.
Sans smiled.
Hey, if he saved you, that means there's hope for him to realize you're on equal terms. Don't give up.
Thanks,
Aww.
sweetie. Inker turned to smile.
Enough thinking about the past, though.
He stood, emptying the plates in the sink.
Let's see what Dream has to say about your brother.
Sans nodded and followed Ink as he painted away into the realm of feelings. The moment they stepped through, it was clear something was wrong.
Oh
Instead
no.
of the lush, living forest Sans had seen on his first visit, the trees were dead, twisted, and gnarled.
Okay, not to spoil this, but I think I know where this is going, and I think I know who caused it because we all saw him in, I think, chapter 4. You all know who I'm talking about, and I just dropped my phone. Sorry about that. But I think you all know what I'm talking about, of who the person I'm bringing up. But back to the video.
Nothing grew or lived on them, and the shadows they cast were larger than naturally possible. There was no sun above them, only a dark gray sky with only a sliver of moon to light the area. Sans could still feel the amount of magic in this world, but the magic itself seemed to have changed into a dark, cold energy.
I knew it.
Sans looked around.
What happened here? Dream.
Oh
Ink's voice
no.
was filled with dread and barely a whisper. He suddenly took off running through the black branches.
Dream!
Oh my god. What? Hey, why? Why did the be continued? And we're not gonna watch the bloopers. Sorry, guys, but why? Why did to be continued? I really wanted to see who it was, but I think we already know. Ugh. I hate that. I hate it when it has to end like this for certain things. It sucks. It just sucks so much bull crap. But, but anyway, that was really of an interesting episode, and at least it was good in the middle of the story. Well, in the middle of the chapter, I mean. But honestly, why can't this story be like a book? Same thing for the Blue Ink story. I'm really interested in it, and I really like it. This could be a really good story that you can publish for a book. Like, at least for people who actually like Undertale. Why can't there be any Undertale books nowadays? Don't people want an Undertale book so they can look at it and actually read the story and not just play the game? Wouldn't it be easier too? I mean, this is a really good story. Even reacting to the Blue Ink one, I really like these two stories. Even if it's a little, even though it has its ups and downs, still, it is really, really entertaining. But I've been rambling too much from how hyper I feel right now. Even if I really feel like I'm about to pass out anytime soon because of my headache. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all when I make my soundtrack tomorrow. So, bye-bye, my wolfies.